about, but it's not gonna be like, we're talking about the games we doing. It's gonna be some why is life so grand type shit.
Yeah.
What this man say? Why does everybody hate the new Saints Row? Do you want? Oh, it's a joke. Am I tweaking? You know we coming through?
Oh, what? Like on stream?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's on right now. I'm just getting some stuff together.
Yeah, I was like, yo, I am. Yo. That beat go hard.
yeah. I was open.
I ain't gotta ask who did it. I ain't gotta ask who did it.
I was open up with, a little something for the people, as it gets situated a little bit. Get myself together. I got my topics lined up. All right, there we go. All right, I think we set. All right, then.
That boy Steph in there. Let's go. That's my guy right there.
All right, mic check. Hopefully I sound okay. Fame, can you give me a mic check?
Yerp.
Good, that's good. I think the levels are good. It's been a while since did a good gaming, but we back with another one. Your boy's been on vacation / honeymoon / marriage the past 2 weeks. You know what I mean? But I'm back, energized, ready to work. You know what I mean? So we got some dope shit coming up, and I'm gonna talk to y'all on a video about the changes that are coming to the channel. Only a few changes, nothing too crazy, but as you guys can see, it's a little bit of a rebranding. It's not gonna be my channel's not gonna be only good gaming, but I got some other shit in the works coming up. I got to a point that I worked myself into getting some pretty decent connections now, at least within the industry. Got good relationship with Xbox. Recently got good relationship with PlayStation Canada as well. The only people that I don't have contact with is Nintendo, but them boys crazy. So
Good
it's
luck.
okay. I think that's good anyway. So them boys crazy. So I got some dope content coming out for y'all. And yeah, man. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Fame, say what up to the people, man.
Hey man, what's going on? I appreciate you, shooting me a good old invite, Kofi. I appreciate the time adjustment you made for a play and all that, man. I appreciate it. Shout out to the chat, man. I see Steph in there. Sus gang in the building. I appreciate you, my brother.
Yes, sir. Yo. So it's been a while since we actually been on a live stream together. Right? It's been a while, man. The last time
Man,
you
a
came
couple
on PSP,
years.
PSP, when did you come on PSP last? Right? That's been last year. Sometime last year, right? Probably.
Maybe about a year, maybe a year and a half, close to 2 years ago.
Oh,
It was
wow,
right. It was.
damn.
I think it was right. As a matter of fact, it was right before I started up level 1.
Oh yeah, it's been that
Yeah,
long.
and we level 1. At level 1, we going on almost 2 years here pretty soon. So yeah, it was right before the end because I was supposed to come back, and then we started up
Damn.
a whole bunch of new shit, and just time just kind of got weird, man.
Yeah.
Trying to do so much, with a team and having a writing team while also writing and editing, man, just kind of took up. J Main with them sorry ass nets. What's going on, bro?
Yo, he happy as hell, yo. After seeing that news on KD, I know that boy happy as hell, man.
They still gonna get 35 wins. But shout out to you though.
Shout out to J Main in the chat. So that's good, man. That's good to hear, man. But I'm glad you're back on the channel. It's
Yes,
always a
sir.
pleasure
Appreciate
talking.
you.
Welcome to Good Gaming. And shout out to the people in the chat so far. It's a small crowd. People are out getting situated still with the changes on the channel, and we're gonna work ourselves into a nice, healthy position as we proceed. All right, so we're gonna talk
Sir.
about a few things tonight. Gamescom Open Night Live just happened a couple of hours ago, and I definitely want to go over some of the announcements that happened. I want to talk about Saints Row. I want to talk about Death Stranding coming to Game Pass. I want to talk about Embracer Group and how they're acquiring a whole bunch of shit. I want to talk about that and some other, topics here and there. But before that, I gotta ask you what you playing. What you been playing, man?
And I'm about to get shut on, bro. Because I'm gonna be honest. I play a lot of Marvel's Avengers, bro. I know everybody hates that
Oh
game, bro.
my god,
Everybody
bro!
hate that game, bro. But like, if I
Oh my
showed you how
god,
many hours I got logged in that
you
game,
love it, huh?
you'd be. I
That's
love it,
good.
bro. And everybody think the game is dead, bro. They just announced a bunch of new content that's coming this year and into the future, bro. I think Embracer Group buying them out was getting CD was probably the best thing for the game. I went back to Yakuza 7 as well because I hadn't finished that. Love that game. Don't know why I stopped playing it, to be honest.
It's
I
long.
put
It's
I put so
long as
many
shit.
hours in, bro.
It's
But then
long
you
as
get
shit,
caught up in
bro.
the mini games,
Yeah.
like the where you're buying businesses and shit like that mini game. Like you can sink. That's a whole game
Yeah.
within itself, bro. And then between that and Dragon Card, but man, I know people gonna hate me, bro. But it's a lot of Avengers. It's a lot of Avengers,
A
bro.
lot of
Uh,
Avengers, huh?
that's probably taking up about 60% of my gaming habits right now, bro.
Wow. Wow. The funny thing is, like, I was watching a J Main live stream. He's doing a live reaction of Gamescom, and you guys should go check it out too. You know what I mean? And what's it called? He mentioned on his live stream something that I totally agree with. Like, there's no type of live service game that, like, that is stuck with me. Like every time I try a live service game, like I kind of drop it after playing it for like a couple of months. You know what I mean? I guess you could count Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel being a live service, technically a game, and I put
Yeah.
like 200 and some hours into that shit. But I actually wish I really wish I was into like some like Avengers or Destiny as well. Like Jamie was saying, I totally agree with him. I wish that kind of a game drew me in like that. I'm still waiting for that live service game to suck me in like that. Pause, so I can you know what I mean, get on
No
that shit
pause.
heavy.
No pause. Yeah, it's nice, man, to have that one game that
Yeah,
like you build a community with. 'Cause I got so many dudes like I hop on. As soon as I hop on, they shooting invites like, "Yo, let's run, let's run, let's run."
yeah, I need that.
Again,
I need that.
every game ain't gonna be for everybody, but the game is still fire.
Yeah,
To me, I know y'all say it's trash. Some
yeah,
people saying it's L. We start off the show with an L, and I get that. I understand that, but I'm
yeah.
enjoying myself.
Yeah, that's good. As long as you enjoy yourself, that's light, bro.
Yes, sir.
What's it called? I've been on vacation, so I've been doing a lot of Steam Deck gaming. And I know we got a couple people or some Steam Deck haters in the chat. I see one already. But I've been doing a lot of Steam Deck gaming since I've been out of the country. I started Spider-Man Remastered on the Steam Deck. I've been playing that.
Is that 40 frames a second? Or no?
The funny thing is, I am playing it at 40 frames per second. That's a funny thing too. I
Hey.
am playing I've been playing it at 40 frames per second, around there. It dips sometimes to, at least with the settings that I got it on. It's not really even a lock 40, but it's like experiencing the game on like our original PS4, which is pretty handy to have like as a portable handheld. That's still like mighty impressive. So I've been I got like 35% through that game. The funny thing is I came home. I can't even lie. During my whole vacation, I'm like, yo, I can't wait to see Spider-Man in ultra wide. Like, I just can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. You know what I mean? So it was on my mind. So tell me how I come home. The first thing I do when I bring my suitcases in is that I hop on my computer, install the game, and I actually head off to work. Yeah, I went to work the same day. You know what I mean? So off the plane
Who
ride, I
goes
went
to
to work.
work when they come back from vacation?
Yeah, I went to
Who
work the
does that?
same day, bro. You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
gotta
me
hustle.
tweaking.
Hustle, right? So I come back home from work. Spider-Man is installed. I'm excited as shit. I'm like, I can't wait to see this shit in ultra wide, yo. Fire up the game. It gives me the graphical options, right? Obviously, I spent so much money on my damn PC. 3090. I got a pretty recent CPU as well. I crank everything to very high ultra, ray tracing very high. I fire it up. It's beautiful. I play for about 5 minutes. The game crashes on me. Right?
Damn.
The game crashes on me. I'm like, all right, maybe. And the funny thing, it wasn't even like a normal crash. Like my whole computer shut down type of shit crash. Right? I'm like, all right, maybe
Like a
like,
blue
what I mean?
screen?
Nah, like the computer like reset on its own, like a whole reset.
Oh damn.
Right? So I'm like, yeah, you know what? Maybe it's just like a one-off thing, right? So I fired up again. Crashes on me again. Bro, I was so upset. So I finally found like a workaround to fix the shit. But that game is absolutely beautiful and ultra wide, man. It's crazy, man. I'm glad that game hit PC. And the mods so far that I've been seeing are actually pretty crazy for that joint, yo.
Yeah, I just seen dudes put like Uncle Ben in the game. So I'm like, yo,
The
like,
tombstone. Yeah, I seen that,
yeah,
bro. I seen
bro.
that. Yeah, man.
I'm all for it, bro. Like that's one of the best parts about these games hitting PC is what
Yeah, that's a fact.
the modding community gonna do.
I know. Like there's the fan base or certain groups of the fan base hate that stuff happen, but I feel like this breathes like a whole nother life into the game, bro. Like the IP itself. You know what I mean? It's a lot of cool stuff to
No, that's
see
facts.
already, and the game's only been out for a couple of weeks, so yeah, man, some dope shit. All right, so let's go over Gamescom opening night live. Can I just get your impressions overall before we get into details of the announcements that they showed?
Midcon was cool. It was rightfully so to be, in the middle of the day for most of us, because you don't need, in my opinion, it's one of those. Oh, I'm a make sure I'm home. I'm a live stream. Live react. You know how content creation
Yeah,
goes.
yeah.
It wasn't one of those. It was one of those, and I knew going in. I was tweeting nonstop like, yo, I legit could care less about Gamescom right now. It's gonna be a handful of things that we're gonna say ooh and ah to, but for the most part, we're gonna be sitting there for 2 hours twiddling our thumbs. And to me, that's pretty much what it was. It had a couple of highlights, don't get me wrong. But I think for the most part, it was like, yeah, some of the stuff could have been a tweet. Like, the PlayStation controller, you could have tweeted that, bro. Like, give me that 15 seconds back. Like, I didn't need that build up just to show me the
Yeah,
damn controller. You could have tweeted that.
exactly.
It was mid, bro. Like it wasn't to be hyped about. But again, we're gonna talk pre-show. It's kind of what a lot of these shows. We got so many shows now. It's kind of like that's what to look forward to. Like you can't get over excited over hype, because you're gonna let yourself down. And as somebody who's primarily playing on Xbox, I'm used to being let down a lot from these shows, bro. So I kind of learned over the years, bro, to kind of chill.
Yeah, yeah, right, exactly. Pretty much. I agree with you. Going into Gamescom, like it's not something I was excited about. I definitely didn't plan no like live, like to do any type of live stream or anything about it, because I already kind of know what we're gonna see. Right, we're not gonna really see anything too crazy. We have never seen anything too crazy from a Gamescom. We've never seen anything too crazy from the Game Awards, besides maybe the Xbox announcement, the Series X. I think that was a pretty big moment. But besides that, like if it ain't a E3 level type of like conference, like from like a PlayStation, and even sometimes I know you say you disappointed in Xbox, but at least even then you still get better announcements than like what we get. Like those are like the only type of
Yeah.
showcases and conferences that kind of at least live up to some certain standard of hype. But these other ones are like filler to me. You know what I mean? Like we get second good looks at games that already been announced. We get a 1-2 world premieres that of games that look kind of interesting, but it's never something big. Like I can't remember the last time I was actually excited for a Gamescom or anything like that. So I came
Could
into
it be?
this
Could it
with
be because
Mhm.
I'm gonna cut you off, but could it be
Yeah, yeah.
because most of the big third party announcements happen at these Xbox PlayStation events? So
Yeah,
like,
yeah, exactly. So, yeah, going into this, yeah, I didn't really expect something too crazy. So my expectations were pretty much low. So I kind of got what I wanted. They already announced like beforehand we're gonna see Callisto Protocol. I wanted to see more of that. I wanted to see more of High on Life, and that was pretty much it. But let's go over at least some of the cool announcements that were showing. You mentioned that PlayStation came and revealed a controller. Jeff Keighley got the exclusive for it. And what's your thoughts on the DualSense Edge? It's pretty much, I guess, PlayStation version of their Elite controller right now. So, what did you think of it?
yeah. I when that dropped, I immediately went and made a short, and people like, damn, you did that fast. Here's the thing. For most people, you can say, and that's really because of the haptic feedbacks or whatever. The PlayStation 5 is probably the best controller on the market because of the features that it brings. So you're going
Yeah,
to take that and take the best parts of the Elite controller, which is the customization, right? And
Yeah.
you putting that together in one controller. And for some reason, I was seeing people on Twitter, oh yeah, probably gonna be $70, $80. Sir, you paying at least 250 American bucks, for that controller, right? I think the controller is dope. I think for those who got the bread who want to spend an extra on the controller, just don't be mad when somebody with a regular degular clapping your cheek for Call of Duty, because
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
controller, it really ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you
Yeah,
really
if you
trying to
suck,
get an
yeah, if you
advantage,
suck, you suck. The controller
you
ain't gonna
suck.
give you
Yeah,
advantage. Yeah, that's facts. That's facts.
exactly. If you want to go get they got the mouse click triggers that you can go, certain companies do that. That might give
Yeah.
you a slight little advantage because you got the little mouse click on the thing. But for the most part, when it comes to like the Xbox Elite controller or the PlayStation DualSense Edge Pro Super Duper, whatever the hell, bro, like it's not unless you just want it. But at the end of the day, that was one of those things where like, because he was like, yeah, got an announcement from PlayStation. I'm thinking, oh, maybe he
I thought it
finna
was a game. I
break
thought it was a
some
game
news about the
first.
VR2 or game,
Yeah.
something, bro. And it's like, oh, it's a controller, bro. Who cares? PlayStation tweet this, bro. Like, how much did you spend? How much did you spend for this 10-second advert when you could have just tweeted that and we would have had the same reaction? Oh, that's dope for those who
Yeah.
want, and we would have moved on.
Yeah. 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 Pretty much. Pretty much. I'm on the same sentiment as you, bro. Like, it could have just been a tweet. I guess they just since PlayStation doesn't appear or doesn't attend Gamescom anymore, I guess they wanted to have some sort of presence, or like Jeff Keighley, or they try to get some sort of PlayStation presence there. So this was their surprise that they gave them. And the DualSense Edge. It was rumored for a while. I remember seeing like
Yeah,
add-ins and stuff like that. That PlayStation was working on their own Elite controller. Would I personally buy it? I like new stuff, but hey, man, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not quite sold on it completely. I know some people I was talking to in the Discord, they're a little disappointed that it's just two buttons in the back instead of four. Like, I think traditionally Pro controllers usually have like four back pedals, but this one seems to have
yeah.
two. Um, I know I was also watching J Man's live stream, and he was seeing if like he could maybe change it to like the Xbox style, like the Astros C40. You know how like you can, instead of making it symmetrical, you can make it like asymmetrical or whatever. But it doesn't
Yeah.
have that feature, so it seemed like he was a little bit disappointed that it didn't have that feature as well. But for what it is, it seems like a cool product for those enthusiasts that want to cop
It,
it. I guess it's gonna really
exactly.
vary on price, really. But yeah, like you said, it's probably gonna be like
Man.
199. I could see it being like 199, 220, or so 240 or something like that.
It won't be cheaper than the V2. And the V2 is running 200. I believe it's on sale right now for like 120, but for the standard price, it's running 200. And this product, and with it being made by Sony for the PlayStation 5, it's not gonna come cheap. So I don't know why the weirdos is on Twitter talking about, oh, $70 for a regular. Not this. They finna get your pockets. They gonna get
Yeah,
your pocket at least 200 American, at least.
yeah. Um, There was this game announcement that I do want to imagine. They started off the show with a world premiere. I think the game was called Everything. I forgot the studio, but it's a new studio. That might have been one of the worst reveal trailers I've ever seen, because they spent so much time and I literally learned nothing about their game.
Nothing.
Nothing about
Nothing.
the game. And the game is called Everything. I don't know if it's a game that, if it's like a Dreams type of game that you create your own world. They kept on stressing the fact that you gotta, you make your own stories type of shit, and that's like kind of cold world, like, make your own game type of situation. So I was really really confused by that, and I don't know, I want to just get your thoughts on that, yo.
When I get a sense of make your own, like, I'm instantly turned off. I don't
Yeah,
want to make my own nothing.
I want to
I'm not
play.
gonna pay $60 or $70 for you to tell me, you know, oh, you can do this and that, but you got to go. I don't want that. But at the same time, it was hella confusing. Like, what type of game is this? Like, is this like a mixture of Dreams and Grand Theft Auto, where kind of like pretty much, hey, here's a world, and you pretty much doing RP, go figure out what you're doing. It was a little confusing, and the way like Jeff was kind of talking about it in a way like, yeah, that was everything or something. I'm like, bro, we don't know what this is, and truth be told, this trailer didn't kind of give us a reason to care.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
was
Like,
asking about, yo, when it come out.
so sometime
You got to
next
give us
year.
something. We don't care about the
Yeah,
release date.
exactly.
Like, you got to give us something.
Exactly, and the funny thing is, like, yo, mans were just mad confused about it. And they said they spent 5 years developing this game, right? They spent 5 years developing the game, and you really came to the table with that, like that was a little bit disappointing to me.
Some of the gameplay little inside the little thing that was playing, I'm like, is that Crackdown? Like, it was just so much different stuff happening, bro. Like, I was just like, yeah, this you're gonna have to really like give me somebody sitting down playing this type gameplay for me to
Or just
even
a better
look
look,
twice.
like a better like trailer, like or a better job explaining what it is, because I think they did a poor job with that, and that's not how you introduce a new game if you're in a new studio. So I don't know if they did
And it
any
was the
good with
first thing
this.
shown.
Yeah,
Like, you
exactly.
start Gamescom with that, and like you
Everyone's
was better off
confused.
starting it with Liza P.
For real. For real. All right, so moving on. I do want to talk about Callisto Protocol. So we got another gameplay look at that. And what did you think? Are you excited for this game? Because this game is
Yo,
looking really nice. Really, really nice.
I am there's very few like horror style games I get excited for, right? And this game is going to be fire. It's one of those games you look at like, yeah, I'm almost certain I'm definitely gonna get this game day one. Because it's December 3rd, something like that. I think it's early December it comes out. The
Yeah,
game
December
looks fire,
2nd.
right?
I believe it's 2nd.
Same team behind the Dead Space series, so you kind of got that pedigree moving forward. This is what the second or third showing that we had of the game, and I think at this point is from what we've seen today. If you're not sold in this game, you probably won't be.
Yeah,
I think they showed enough for a lot of people to say, yeah, this is something gonna be worth a purchase. The game looks dope. It has some polishing in some ways.
for
I
sure. The
think
frame
it can be
rate, I
cleaned up.
noticed, was kind of wonky
Exactly,
at certain sections.
exactly.
Yeah.
But I think we got 4 months. I think you got time to. I know it's not a couple years. But you got 4 months. You can clean things up just a little bit. It may not be perfect, but other than a few hiccups here and there, man, the game looks dope. Like it looks like it's gonna be a good game.
Definitely looking forward to it. Gonna pick it up. That section when he was like in the water, that shit look dope, man.
Yeah,
That shit look
fire,
real dope, man. You can tell this game is gonna have like
fire.
a lot of those cinematic style or set pieces moments, because this shit look crazy. And I like how they
Yeah,
explain now, like, for a specific enemy, if you don't dismember the part in time, it gets even stronger and badder. That was actually a cool point. And I think it's taking like all the things that we love from Dead Space and adding like some more dope shit. So the fact that we're getting this and the Dead Space remake right after, I think that's really dope, man. I think that's extremely dope.
yeah.
Looking forward to the game.
Them evolving is one of the exciting factors of the game. Can I shoot a couple legs off and watch the legs grow back, and then they're buffer and they're stronger, they're coming at you faster. That's one of the most exciting parts
Yeah,
about the game, in my
yeah,
opinion.
yeah. They also came, and we're not gonna go through every single title. It was 2 hours, a little 2 hours too long, but we're gonna go over some of the ones that stood out. Were you looking forward to Hogwarts? We got more information on that. Are you looking forward to that? Are you a Harry Potter fan?
Hell no. I could care less, bro. Shout out to the people who love Harry Potter. Shout out to the people who excited for
That's
this
how
game.
that's how
I
I
could
feel,
care
man.
less about Dumbledore or I don't Hermione. I don't know, bro. Like, I never been in the books, never been to the movie. So I'm just like,
Me
oh,
too.
Hogwarts. Cool. Shout out to y'all who gonna play it. I'm cool on that.
The only reason why I have like some remote kind of like not even excitement. I can't even call it excitement because I don't know Harry Potter lore like that. But I'm remotely interested in this game is because it does give me like the bully kind of feels to it sometimes. Bully
I
like
can
the whole
see that.
school like kind of gives me that kind of vibe. And I wish I was into Harry Potter. I can imagine if you're a Harry Potter man, you're probably like
Oh,
geeking
they
right now
hype.
about this. You're probably geeking
Yeah.
about this because the gameplay don't look half bad. The ideas that they're introducing to the table sound pretty cool too. So I think we got a trailer that focuses on using dark magic or dark spells or whatever that stuff is in Harry Potter. So the game is coming out, I believe, next year. They said February. I think it's February next year.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
pretty
February,
sure.
late February.
Yeah, February next year. So, if I hear it's a game in the end of the day, so if it's extremely fun to play and I hear really good things about it, I'll check it out for sure. Even though
Yeah,
I'm not a
definitely. Regardless of the
Potter
lore,
fan.
but it's not one of
Yeah,
those like, oh,
exactly.
I'm excited.
Yeah, February 10th. There we go. February 10th is the
Oh,
release
okay.
date for it. So, um, yeah, if I hear good things about it from my peoples and the people playing it on the timeline and critics and everyone saying it's like really, really fun to play, I'm gonna check it out. I did notice that this game does have a 72-hour. If you buy the deluxe version, you get early access of it. How you feel about games doing that? You like that, Trent?
It I think it's one of those multiplayer games. I kind of get it, but this is a single player.
Yeah.
You know, because the multiplayer games they try to get people in the server early, people playing the game, and even though I don't necessarily think it's a good thing, I understand it more with multiplayer games. With single player games, I'm like, just release the damn game 3 days earlier, bro. Like, what's the
Yeah.
point? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, I think I don't like it, bro. Like, I think it's another way for them to just get money out of people. Hey, we pretty much gonna delay the
Monetize.
game.
Yeah.
Exactly. We
Just
monetizing
monetize
everything. Now they
everything.
monetizing time.
Yeah,
Like we're
exactly.
monetizing time now.
Yeah.
It's a bad trend, bro. Again, I know it's hypocrisy because I'm saying I kind of understand it for multiplayer games, but I do. When both come to a single player game, just release the fucking game. My bad, I made a cussing.
Yeah, it's all right. That's
Release
fine.
the
That's fine.
game 3 days earlier, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. It is what it is. You can acknowledge it. You know how I feel about stuff. Like you can acknowledge some shit is bullshit, but still indulge in the bullshit. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
that's how
yeah,
it be
yeah,
like.
yeah.
That's how it be like sometimes. It is what it is. Sometimes you just gotta acknowledge that you're getting screwed. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is, bro. But yeah, like the game's clearly ready to go. It's gonna be ready to go. Instead of releasing it for everybody, they wanna put a little paywall. So some people could pay for the extra deluxe version. You know what I mean? It's a cheap little tactic because they're playing on people's FOMO. And
There
then
it is.
people
And then and the
need to get it
diehard
right
Harry
away.
Potter fans, the
Yeah,
diehard Harry
exactly.
Potter fans are gonna go do it because and like I said, me and you don't really know much about the lore and stuff behind it,
Yeah.
but the people who are there for every book, every movie, and they play games, they're gonna definitely go out and drop. How much is it anyway? Was it
I don't. I don't,
20
I
bucks
don't even.
more?
Probably that's what the deluxe is. Isn't it like $10 or $15, something like that? That range.
Yeah.
Yeah, that range. Yeah.
And people say 2K bad. They wow, bro.
Yeah, for real. Um, what's it called? We got a new look at Sonic Frontiers. Are you a Sonic fan?
I'm a Sonic character fan, not for this ass game. No, sir. And then you're gonna drop it 3 days before God of War as if we give a shit.
Oh
No,
man.
sir. Like
You think the
I'm like
fans
this. Nothing about
of
this
this
game looks
overlap?
good.
Loki, I feel like the fans don't overlap too tough. You know what? God of War is definitely gonna get a lot more media coverage throughout the
Yep.
week, and it's gonna be talked about more. But I feel like Sonic fans and like a lot of Nintendo gamers are excited for this, especially too. I feel like they don't really overlap, so I feel like the game is gonna do what it does regardless. I don't think like God of War's release is gonna actually hurt it in the sense that like, oh, the people who are gonna buy Sonic are gonna be playing God of War type of situation, because I think like, I feel like the people who play something like this are even checking for God of War like that. That's how I feel.
That's
That's
true
what I
enough,
think.
but you got people who like, I just there's nothing I think from Sonic Frontiers like, oh yeah, this looks fun.
You
This
know
looks dope.
what?
It looks bland, bro. It looks boring.
Really? See it? Look, for me, it looks like a game that's an alpha that is not finished yet. That's what it looks. It seems like the game has a lot of great ideas. I've been waiting for another great 3D Sonic game. Like once upon a time, word on my life, bro. I was like the biggest Sonic fan. I was worse than Belandrew at one point in my life. And I was young though.
Sonic
You-
Heroes. Yeah, it was up there.
Sonic
Yeah.
Heroes, Adventure
Yeah.
1 and 2. What else did I used to even like Sonic Riders, Sonic CD. I still have that. I got Sonic 3, Sonic 2 was one of my first home console experiences that I experienced ever as a child too. So I was a really big Sonic fan. And, initially when I seen, footage of this, I'm like, yo, I see where they're trying to take us with Sonic Frontier, but it seems like the game needs a lot more work, especially on the combat aspect of it. The big open plains, I think is a cool design. At least it seems like the game has a bunch of different kind of locations, so it's just not green grass everywhere. I
Yeah.
felt like that was like a problem, like even like example like Halo had. I felt like there was no different biomes. It was just like green
It was
plains
all
the
the
entire
same.
time,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So it seems like if this game had a couple more years cooking, but it seems like Sega want to get this shit out as soon as possible. So it is what it is.
Man, you know what Sonic needs? You know how TMNT kind of went back to its roots in a way with Shredder's Revenge?
Yeah.
That's what Sonic needs right
That's what
now.
they
I think
did.
Sonic
That's
it
what
ma-
they did with what's it called? Fuck. Mania. That's what they did with Mania. They got the fans
Oh,
to make
you're
the game.
right.
Remember that? And Mania was great.
You're
It
right.
was
You're right.
amazing. I love
You're right.
Mania.
You're right. All right, man. I just think at this point,
Yeah.
God
We
damn,
just we just
and we're
go
riding
ahead.
the high off the Sonic IP because the movie was great. So you're
Yeah.
riding this high like, yo, Sonic is back in the mainstream, like, and then This came and I'm just like, oh, this looks like even the world, like what you got us right now. There's stuff in the world, but it still looks empty.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it still looks empty, and I just it just and Sonic's never been one of those like combat heavy characters, right? But it seems like the fighting just gonna be like I just want to go fast the whole time, bro. Like I don't want to be having to
I don't know,
stop and being
man.
slow.
I
I,
feel like team like if the Sonic's gonna be great again, it needs to be in the hands of another developer, yo. That's what I really feel like
yeah,
at this point. You know what I mean? Like Team Sonic, it seems like they can't really hit it home with making a proper 3D Sonic. The last couple of 3D ones were pretty damn bad, so it just seems like it just needs to be in the hands of a different developer, yo. At this point, maybe they could introduce some ideas to
well, let
bring
it
to
go.
issue Sonic to a new generation, and because it seems like Team Sonic don't know what they're doing really too tough. So yeah, Sonic Frontiers. Moving on, that was one of the games that a lot of people are looking forward to seeing more of. It got a release date. It's coming out November 8th, like you said, a couple of days before God of War.
Yep, three before. No,
Yeah,
one before. Wait a minute. Day
God of War
before,
releases on a
right?
weird day. Like it releases on like a Wednesday or something like that. Something weird. I believe it's like November 7th or something like that. Something weird.
Because you know what it was? I kept thinking 11/11 because that's the day I wanted Sony
Yeah,
to choose to be petty.
yeah.
Uh, but it's yeah, it's like the 7th or
It's something
the
like that. It's
9th.
on
I think
Wednesday.
it's
It's
the
like a
9th.
weird ass day. It's like a Wednesday or something. It's not even like a Tuesday or
Yeah,
a Friday. It's like a Wednesday.
which
Yeah,
pisses me
because
out, bro. Release games on Friday. Most of us gotta work. You know what I'm saying? And we want to come home and play the game and not worry about going to bed the next day, bro. Put release games.
yeah.
I never been a fan of the Tuesday release. I never been a fan of the Tuesday, right? All
Mhm.
games should release on Fridays. Y'all know what we doing, man. We gaming all night.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So another game that I was looking forward to seeing was actually High on Life. What did you think of High on Life showing today at Gamescom?
I was excited for it. Don't get me wrong. But I was a bit disappointed in what they decided to show us, right? And I kind of get what they were going for. The boss fight that it seemed like it was more of a tutorial. It was still a tutorial, right? Because there was still a lot of explaining going on. The gun telling you what to do.
Yeah.
We talked a bit about this pre-show. The best part about this game is the characters, the gun. That stabby dude, stabby's funny as hell, and
Yeah.
he's gonna carry the game a lot. I'm still excited for it. With or without Game Pass, it was still a day one for me because I'm a fan. I'm a fan of, was it Josh Roiland? Am I pronounced that right?
It's
Uh
this is the Morty guys, right? The Rick and Morty guys.
yeah, Rick and Morty, right? I'm even though he does one voice, but he does that one voice great. I'm a fan, right? So I was getting the game no matter what. I just think they should have not chosen that. They should have went further in the game, show a little bit more action because the even the whipping across look good. Some of the gun damage look the gunplay look kind of weird. But again, I think us laughing and it's like, what the hell is this? Is what's going to carry us through this game. And I know that kind of sounds bad. How you excited for that? The commentary is what's going to carry a good portion of this game.
Like it's a game that doesn't take itself too serious. Sometimes we need that, and it's a good take on the first person genre, just to switch it up, right? Because a lot of the games be the same these days. Sometimes I feel like
That's
uninspired,
facts.
you know, like when you've been gaming for so long at this point, like, and now that we're also in the content game, so we're in the forefront of this shit. Like a lot of games start to like, same shit, just different setting type of situation, right? No new
Yeah.
innovations, no new ideas to the table. And I do like how High on Life is at least attempting to bring some new ideas to the first person genre, the shooters. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm looking forward to the game. It's one of the games I'm keeping my eye on out, and I'm hoping it's a gem that drops this year. It's releasing on Game Pass. I'm probably gonna pick it up on Steam regardless. Hopefully, it's a good PC port, has the ultra wide support and all that great stuff. And I'm definitely gonna be checking it out, man. Definitely gonna be checking it
So
out.
wasn't there a game before this that they had a VR
A
title?
VR game, I believe, on PSVR. I think it was a Rick and Morty game on PSVR. I may be wrong on
Yeah,
that, but I think
I
it
think
was
I
that.
think it was because I mean that voice is kind of hard to miss.
Yeah,
It kind of
exactly.
sticks out, right? I want to say that was the same. Man, I could be saying the same with Josh Moore, and that's what his damn name's gonna be today, right? But at the end of the day, I think they could have had a better showing. I don't think a early game boss fight was the best way to go about it because you're still trying to show mechanics more so what's actually going on in the game. And again, it's not bad because even the scene that you just showed when he was telling you, "Hey, I can deflect stuff." That's a key to me. That's still early in the game. Why are we just not learning that you can deflect bullets or whatever hell old girl was squirting out, right? Dang, that sounded bad. But you got an early. If you're telling me that I can deflect stuff back, that's an early game mechanic. So that's definitely early in the game, and I just don't think that was the right way to start it off.
Yeah.
But hey, game still looks dope.
Yeah, I definitely want to see more. I definitely actually want to get my hands on this. So
Jack Move, Trover saved the universe. There it is. Shout out to Jack Move.
shout out to Jack Move. All right. So another game that stood out that I want to discuss was Lies of P. A lot of people are excited for this because it's low key a spiritual successor of Bloodborne, where it has the same kind of aesthetics of Bloodborne. You know, it takes place in a similar world, and a lot of people are looking forward to this game for that very reason. Me, I'm not completely sold on it just yet, but it does look very promising. Very promising. What's your take? Do you play these type of Souls-like type of games?
Hell no. But listen,
Now you're flavored.
But you know the one Souls-like game that like I enjoy it and I've been cramming for a part 2 was Remnant. Remnant is such a dope game. It's probably
That's a
because
good
it's a
take.
Souls game with
Third
weapons,
person
right?
shooter, right?
It's a
Third person
different take.
shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different take on it. This game looks dope. Weird, oddly enough, I've been writing about this game for over a year now. Because I was very interested in an IP like Pinocchio, just like the Winnie the Pooh IP. When those IPs have having different things done to them besides the family friendly stuff, I was very interested in that. So I kind of wrote a couple of articles about this game about a year ago. Definitely, it looks great, right? If you're a fan of the Souls game, this is definitely going to intrigue you in a lot of ways, especially for those people who have been screaming up and down for Bloodborne 2. You're going to be definitely looking into this game. The game looks dope. I'm probably going to try it. I keep it a buck. I may get an hour in like fuck this, like I'm tired of dying, bro. But it's one of those like I'm already subbed to Game Pass. It's a genre
Yeah.
I don't really play. Shout out to Gunfire Games. Give me a Remnant 2. Quit playing with me. But I'm definitely going to check it out because it looks good. But it's not one of those like I will go out and I'm gonna purposely go spend 60 because it's just not my genre. It's not my genre. But the game looks dope. I think it's a W for Xbox because this game was number one trending thing on Twitter. And a lot of that is again, it's the Pinocchio IP, and with IPs like that, and the whole Winnie the Pooh thing that's happening, and then what's his name with the fucking the
Winnie the
ears, the
Pooh.
mouths.
Winnie the Pooh. That's a horror film that's coming out, right? Like it's a
That's a
horror
horror
film.
film coming out because because those properties people are able to do other stuff with them now, and I heard Mickey Mouse might be coming up too, as far as something that maybe people can do other stuff with. So that's what really piqued my interest. Like we really got a game based around Pinocchio. Like who signed off on this? But the game looks fire. It looks fire. I think people are gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna give it a shot. I might hate it. I might be ass at it, but it's definitely one of those games. Like I don't want to say I didn't play this game.
Yeah. It definitely looks like it got potential. I want to wait and see a little bit more. I want to get my hands on it. So it does look pretty good. A lot of people are looking forward to seeing it, and hopefully it had a great showing for them. Most of people's reactions to it has been extremely positive for the most part. So
Yeah.
that's dope.
You play Souls games?
Yeah, Sekiro, Bloodborne, I've beat Elden Ring, I've beat Neo, I've beat. Yeah, those are like the Souls games that I.
I'm surprised you're not hyped for this.
No, it looked cool. It looked cool. Something about these games that like, look, I think, look, honestly, I think it's Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk did something to me, bro. I think it changed my life forever, to be honest, bro. Your boy
Wait, for
was
good or
so
bad?
hyped for bad. I'm
Okay.
usually the optimistic guy, and I'm still pretty optimistic, I would say, about most things. But now, and Dying Light 2 reinforced this feeling for me too, by the way. Dying Light reinforced this. Now when I just look at trailers, I can't shake the feeling that like, yo, these guys are just, some of them are just really good at making really good trailers and edits and makes the games doper than they actually are. So when you actually, I want to see some real hands-on of that shit before I can clearly say, okay, yeah, this is something I really want to play. Like Cyberpunk really fucked me up. Then Dying Light 2, I thought that was looking incredible until I seen some hands-on. I'm like, yo, this is not looking like dumb elaborate trailers and that y'all did. It's not hitting the same. So I just have a lot of more reservations than I used to. When it comes to game trailers, unless it's like something that's like super established that I know I'm a love regardless. You know what I mean? So, but I'm definitely gonna be checking out
man,
Lies of P, man.
Listen, this is what our father Phil Spencer has done for you. He's allowing you to play this game for no additional charge on Game Pass. So if you don't like it, just uninstall them shits, and there's no money lost.
Yes,
It's
sir.
a
If it's
W.
good, I'm gonna cop it too. That's dope. That's
Hey,
dope.
somebody in the chat say you didn't finish Neo 2 though. Somebody calling you out, pulling your card.
Yeah, never. I didn't beat Neo 2, but I beat Neo 1 twice on PC and PlayStation. Neo 2 low key, it wasn't that great, but that's a whole different story, bro. I was promised a Neo 2 playthrough. Nev, I streamed it like a good while. The game is not, it don't hit the same. Something about that game don't hit the same like the original Neo. I feel like that game is much better. We also got a new story trailer for Gotham Knights. Are you looking forward to Gotham Knights? This is a game that I think is gonna turn out to be kind of mid, bro.
Everybody's saying that game is ass, and we already established that I play Avengers, so this game might be actually up my alley. G,
right up your alley. Yo, there's something about this game that's not sitting right, bro. Like, have you seen footage? First of all, the game looks kind of slow and clunky, right? The traversal that I've seen so far, at least with specific characters, don't look all that great. The voice acting and the cutscenes I've seen so far don't look all that great. Like, I don't know. It's just something looks off about Gotham Knights. I don't know exactly it, but I guess we gotta wait and see. I actually got to bet with BG on this shit. He says he says that it's gonna score 80 and above, and I'm betting that it won't crack 80. I think it's gonna be in the 70 range. So we have a little $20 bet going on for this game. Something's not looking right about this game, man.
I think that's 20. I think you got that 20, but it's gonna land around 77.
Okay, I think I got it. Yo, chat man, you think I got it? Okay, I think I got it, bro. What? Yo, let's get a real quick Metacritic prediction in the chat. Do you guys think this game is gonna score? Like, what's y'all Metacritic prediction in general for Gotham Knights? Let me hear in the chat. I want to read some of y'all answers on that, because something about this game is just off, bro. Very off.
You know what threw me off was the Red Hood stuff. Coming back from dead, now he got new powers. I'm like, now he's just jumping on magical powers he never had before. Like, we just pulling shit out our ass now. Like, what are we doing? But you're right, it does look slow. Like, it does look a little clunky. But again, it's one of those, like, I need to see some. I don't know what I need to see at this point.
It's one of those games enough, like, right? Too, like, yo, they bare footage of this shit, and it's still not like connecting with me. And the funny thing is, it's not like I'm this random like Arkham hater or anything. Like, I love Arkham City, I love Arkham Asylum, I love even the one that niggas hate. The last one they dropped is Arkham Knight, I believe. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, I love that shit too. The one with the Batmobile, I loved even the Batmobile segments of that shit too. So the funny thing is, I don't know what about this
segments was ass.
The funny thing is, I enjoyed that shit. When you could call the Batmobile and jump in that shit, I thought that shit was dope as hell, bro. Like, I fucked with that shit. So, the story was a little bit predictable in Arkham Knight, but I don't know. Like I said, something with this game is not connecting with me. I guess if I hear good things about it, I'm not opposed to trying anything too, right? So I'll try it out, and if I'm wrong about it and I like it, definitely come out and say I like it. But so far, I don't know. And the chat so far, we got inventory. He says he thinks this is gonna get a 75. Robert Harris said 77. Ken Darian 95 said 78. Yeah, I feel like it's that range. From what I'm seeing, it seems like that range. Yeah, 77, 76.
You never know. We could be wrong, but I think typically when the community all, for the most part, sort of agree that this game it's not going to be necessarily bad, but it's not going to be great. Oh my god,
exactly too, right? Because like I'm looking around to see if I'm the only one who's bugging, but when I see other people talk about Gotham Knights as well, whether it's on the YouTube comment section under a trailer, whether it's Twitter and this community, it's never like something crazy positive. It's never positive, like it's people are just unsure about it, just like me. So I guess we're gonna wait and see if I win this $20 off this boy. We're gonna wait and see, man. I think
somebody in the chat said because it's not Rocksteady that's doing it, and it's Warner Brothers Montreal. Yeah, that could be it. I mean, we're used to the Rocksteady Batman games, but Kofi's right. There's just, and I can't honestly put my finger on it. Like I want to say, I wanted to see more. Like I think about, we've seen so much gameplay of this game. Like I don't know what else I need to see to be convinced
Yeah,
that this
exactly,
is a definitely
exactly.
day one buy. But again, I play Avengers, so who am I to judge?
Yeah, you might like that shit. um, and we actually, to jump around a little bit, we actually got a pretty cool announcement at Gamescom. We got a gameplay trailer for Dead Island 2, the game that everyone thought was dead. It seems like
A
it
what
snuck
trailer?
back. Dead Island 2.
You said a gameplay trailer?
Yeah, we got a gameplay trailer though. Or maybe they dropped it after. I think they dropped it after though.
Oh, if they drop it after, I gotta go see
I
it
think
because
that
I remember
yeah.
seeing them end of the show with that CGI with the black dude, the
Oh,
CGI trailer. But
no,
that was
no,
the
no,
gameplay.
no.
I
I think
missed that.
I think they. Okay, I was wrong. Yeah, I think I'm wrong about that. I think they dropped it after the fact. They dropped the gameplay
Oh, I
trailer
need to
after the
go.
fact, and
I need to go look for
it
that.
didn't look half bad, bro. It didn't look half bad. I can't even lie. So, Dead Island 2 is back, but once again, to me it looks cool. It looks like a lot of fun. But Dying Light 2 looked cool and a lot of fun in the trailer. So, the way that they do this shit, they do it so well, man. So it might trick you. So, but it looked cool,
People
man.
get paid to slice up. People get paid to slice up trailers, bro, and it make you think a game is way better. People get paid big money to trick you into buying a game. But I gotta find that gameplay feed, bro.
If I could find a link, I'm gonna send it to you. But it's out there, and it got a release date. Surprisingly, I believe it's a February release. If I'm it's February 3rd, 2023. Yo, the top of the
Oh,
year
I
is a
think I
lot of games
found it.
dropping, bro. A
Yeah, it
lot of games
is,
dropping.
and
Top
a
of the
lot of them
year.
ain't gonna make it.
Yeah,
It's
some
gonna be some
shit.
delays, bro. They're not
100%.
gonna
Some
make it,
shit's gonna
bro.
be delayed, bro, for sure. There's no way all these games dropping in February and January like that, bro. There's no freaking way.
Yo, Los Angeles is not an island, bro. But okay.
Right? Yeah. So
Yo,
was there
this don't look
anything?
that bad, bro.
Yeah, don't look at the trailer. Look good though. It's a well done trailer. I'll say. I'll say that it's well done. But was there anything else at Gamescom that was actually worth mentioning that like I forgot? I know Kojima's doing a podcast. That was like the most randomest announcement
Bro,
that we got. Like show a
bro,
game
come on
already,
now.
bro.
I get it. Everyone loves Kojima, and a lot of people feel like this man could do no wrong because they hated what happened with him at damn, I'm drawing a blank.
Konami.
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 I get that. But at some point, we're gonna have to give him the same heat we'll give anybody else. If somebody from Give Me a Random Shooter came out and say, "Yeah, man, I got a podcast going," and that's what you came to announce was a podcast, we would be talking. Damn, I almost said something sus. We'd be tearing their ass up, bro. Like we would, but like for Kojima, like, oh, okay, kind of cool. But like at the end of the day, like that was you could have tweeted that, bro. Like you and Jeff Keighley too close because you really took up time to tell us about a podcast that most of us, majority of us, probably not gonna care about, bro. Like
Yeah.
that's gonna be for the
I'm trying to see
really
the new
depending on
game.
what he doing.
Yeah, we got to
Show
see
us a
that new
game.
game that you're working on. Like honestly.
You apparently got something going on with Microsoft.
Oh yeah,
It's
that's
time to
right.
show it.
That's right. Yeah, that overdose game or whatever they got cut. I know he cooking. Norman Reedus came out and outed that they're low key talking about or working on Death Stranding 2, so that
Death
could be in the
Stranding
works.
too.
That could be in the works as well. But yeah, I'm gonna need Kojima to make a nice horror game, bro. I think it's needed at this point. You know, after what happened with Silent Hill, he just needs to make a horror game. I think he will do something crazy with that. So. I guess we got to wait to see. What else they announced at Gamescom that was worth mentioning? H Dog in the chat says there's a sequel for Lords of Fallen. Also, yeah, I really
You
don't
like
care
that
about that
game,
shit either. Yeah, I don't really care
bro?
about
That game, that first
um
game was buns, and I know it's a Souls game, but that game was buns,
yeah,
bro.
the
I'm
first game
sorry.
sucked.
Talk
What's
about
it
slow.
called? What's it called? I'm dropping like that movie that Zendaya's in. Shit, they dropped a game of that. What's it?
What?
Dune.
Oh, Dune. That's
Dune,
supposed to
that's
be
it.
a MMO, right?
You said, yo, that turned off. Yo, I remember I was in J Main's chat. Yo, everyone's like, yo, Dune game. As soon as it said it was an MMO, everyone's like, ah.
It's a wrap.
False alarm,
It's a
false
wrap. We
alarm,
don't
bro.
care,
You know what I
bro.
mean? We don't care no
It's
more.
gonna be buns. It's gonna be
Yeah.
buns, bro. Like, I was like, yo, this probably gonna be because there had been rumors about a Doom game being made for a while, right? For at least the last like maybe 6 months, we started to get sprinkled about a Doom game. Didn't think it was gonna be no damn MMO.
Yeah, exactly.
That was hard to. Somebody said no, sir. We gassing everything he does. Hey, y'all have fun with that. Yeah, y'all enjoy. I ain't gassing no damn podcast. You don't listen to podcasts. Listen to good gaming. There you
Yes, sir.
go.
Yes, sir.
Only
Yes, sir.
podcast you need.
Yes, sir. They also announced moving out too. I know Jack moved. Dick was probably touching the ceiling because he loves these type of games. He's probably happy as shit. I guess that's a cool little indie game. Tales of Borderlands, that's another one if you're into that. Dying Light 2
Here's the
got some
miss.
DLC.
Here's the
What?
miss with that because Telltale Games they're making a game. They announced it during Gamescom. I can't. I'm dropping a. Uh, damn it. Might let me know in the chat. They announced it. Do you have it in here? Maybe. But
Which
they
one?
announced a Telltale game
Okay.
during Gamescom. But the Tales of the Borderlands game is not being made by Telltale. It's getting made by some people who used to work at Telltale, but it's really going to be done, in house at Gearbox. And I'm not really feeling that, bro. Like, I feel like you should have let Telltale continue that story, but instead you're going to bring it in house, and you're probably going to take away all the best elements from a Telltale game. We want it to be a Telltale game, and my theory is bringing it in house. You're going to try to reinvent the wheel, and we like Telltale games for what they are. And that's my biggest fear. They're going to reinvent the wheel and it's not even Tales from the Borderlands 2. It's new Tales from the Borderlands. Like, bro, like we didn't want that, bro. Like just like with the Wolf Among Us 2. We want a continuation of what we already doing, bro. And we want it done by Telltale because Telltale is one of the best in the business. So Telltale's making a whole new game based off of a book or a movie or something like that. And then we got Gearbox doing this game, and I'm not really feeling it, bro. Like it could be good, but I like what Telltale does, and you just try to revamp this just to make any sense to me.
Yeah. And I think that's it, man. I don't know what else happened at Gamescom that was actually worth mentioning. I think we mentioned there was a couple of other IPs that seemed kind of interesting. I think there was one like You're Out in the Sand, something about Fallen, or I forgot the name for it, but there was a game here and there that looked remotely interesting. But then again, we didn't get a good enough look at it. I think called Atlas Fallen. It looked a little interesting. Kind of reminded me of Godfall a little bit, but it's an open world. You're on the sand. The traversal looked a little bit cool though, but once again, we didn't get enough of it to really. I didn't get enough of it to form a proper opinion about it. I guess it's just another game to keep an eye out for, and I think that's probably it. I don't know if anything else was even worth mentioning. So if you had to score Gamescom out of 10 from an enjoyment level, even though your expectations was low,
I mean, I give it a 5.5, 6. Right down the middle because it was a mid show with a few things here and there. You can't completely say it was trash because it has some stuff in there that we're all sort of looking forward to in one way, shape, or the other. But then again, they didn't even overhype it. They kind of said Jeff kind of said, "Hey, this is what's going to be shown with a few other surprises."
Exactly.
I give it a 5.5 out of 6. I can't kill it too much, but then again, it wasn't an E3. It wasn't a PlayStation event. It wasn't an Xbox event. It wasn't even the Game Awards. I think it'd be better than this. To be completely honest, take out the bullshit music sessions that they have, but 5.5, maybe 6 max. In my opinion.
I pretty much agree. 5. It's like a 5 out of 10. A couple of cool things. I wanted to see more Callisto. I wanted to see more High on Life. I was interested in Lies of P. It looked cool. That's pretty much all I cared about.
It's one of those you have to be there to really get the full enjoyment of games.
Yeah, because you get to actually try out the demos and stuff like that, right? So that's cool.
Oh, and it's the Expanse. That's the game that Telltale is dropping.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, it's based off of something I never heard of before, but it's the Expanse. Shout out to the chat, Maxi 2YT.
Yes, sir.
To YouTube.
Jack in the chat says, "Y'all gonna admit Borderlands is dookie." Bro, I've never been a big Borderlands fan to begin with. So, hey, Jack, I'm right there with you, bro. I'm not even a Borderlands fan,
1 and 2 are fire.
Yeah.
Borderlands 1 and 2 are fire. That prequel after 2 was buns. Borderlands 3 was buns. But Borderlands 1 and 2, fire, bro. You tweaking.
Yeah.
Good games.
So, according to one of my boys, the game of the generation, the game of the year, just released. And he was really, really excited for it, but the reviews came out, and like a majority of us with a regular brain thought it was
Shots
buns. It
fired.
was cheeks. It was cheeks. Saints Row came out, the reboot, the long-awaited reboot, the reboot that everybody wanted, but then again they rebooted it to some Gen Z shit. Finally came out, and it bombed completely. At least in my opinion, I believe the Metacritic score is sitting around like a 60, a low 60. Not even a high 60, a low 60, and it's reported that the game has a whole bunch of like bugs and glitches, and it's dookie. It's super dookie, bro. Were you planning on buying Saints Row? Were you interested? Were you ever a Saints Row fan?
Listen, Saints Row ain't been good since Saints Row 2.
That's facts.
And
That's facts. See,
and I think everyone's like, oh, it's just a GTA clone. So it was
right?
good. It was good. It don't matter if it was a clone, it was a good. And then once, I guess, I don't know if they was just listening to too many people and decided to make it weird, bro. It became buns.
The
And
funny
then, okay,
thing, real quick, the funny thing is that Saints Row 1 from I remember I got that the year that it came out. I got it for Christmas as a gift too. It was a very serious game. That jokey shit wasn't really in it at all in Saints Row 1. Saints Row 2, they dabbled with the idea with a little bit of joke shit, like, you know, some parody shit. I remember even like I think swords was like even a weapon in that shit. Like weird little they but it was at the time, I remember like GTA 4 probably launched around that time. But I remember at the time that Saints Row was doing some dope shit because you could actually go and take your car to a chop shop, customize it, add nitrous. Where GTA 4 wasn't doing none of that shit too. So I always felt like that direction, and it was still, the story was still pretty like serious. There was like moments I was goofy, but
yeah,
it wasn't serious. I think the series started to go into that super goofy shit with Saints Row the Third. That's when it started getting to like, okay, you got the dildo weapons and all sorts of weird shit, right? I think Saints Row 3, which the funny thing is I enjoyed Saints Row 3 for what it was, but it was no Saints Row 2 in my personal opinion, so thought 2 was better. Then after that, then we got like the Gat Out of Hells, and now we got like this fucking bullshit. And I don't know what happened to the series. I always thought like that they were gonna reboot the series, that they're actually gonna revert it, and at least, yeah, you want to differentiate yourself from GTA. I understand that, so that's why you're probably doing this goofy stuff. But I think there was like a little fine line that you can make it like real gang culture. You know what I mean? With like some funny shit. Like I felt like Saints Row 2 did an amazing job with that. But I'm not really feeling this direction. Like ever since I seen like even the cast of characters that they're introducing and gameplay of it, I'm like, okay, this is not what I was expecting at all. A reboot of Saints Row was gonna be.
The franchise is dead now, right? Like this
it's pretty much dead. It's dead.
Damn. See, this is why it ain't always good to go against the grain, bro. Like you got something that work, and you so focused on being, you know, you can be a quote unquote clone, but still make your own. What is multiverses but a Smash clone?
Mm-hmm.
But it's doing something different, right? It's doing something different that's not like, oh, this is a whole separate thing from Smash. It's still Smash. It's still Brawlhalla. It's still that. So there's nothing wrong with being inside that genre, but do something a little different. And I think they tried to go so far left that they killed the franchise. And again, it's been, to me, it's been Bonds since Saints Row 2. And a reboot, we should have went back. It should have been back. Should have been gang colors. We should have been back to doing that. And they just got weird, bro. And it's just RIP, bro.
Facts. Yo, facts. This shit is ass, bro. Like that's all I can see. Everything about this is ass, and it's a damn shame, bro. It's a damn shame, bro. So let's just put a nail in the coffin in that. Move on to the next topic. Yeah. Death Stranding came to PC Game Pass, and it shocked a lot of people, and I don't know why. Personally, I don't know why. Like, why were people super shocked about this? Is it because Sony owns the IP? You know what I mean? Maybe that's why. So Sony owns IP. That's why people were like, yo, this was never going to happen. I know it was rumored. And the Game Pass page was teasing it by, you know, putting like, you know, the landscapes in their profile pic and stuff like that. But it seemed to shock a lot of people that was happening. And I didn't get why y'all didn't think this would be a thing. I feel like, yo, this is easy money that, you know, 505 games or PlayStation can make. I feel like this is easy money. And Microsoft's gonna shell out, you know, a couple $100,000, maybe millions. Who knows? Cut a deal to
It
get
gotta
this.
be. They paid 600,000 for that cooking simulator.
If they pay 600,000 for a cookie sticker, maybe a couple of mil for Death Stranding to
Yeah.
hit PC Game Pass specifically. Why the hell wouldn't they take that? That sounds like a no brainer to me, right? Because even though Death Stranded, it got mixed reviews, and we heard that like it sold like over 5 million copies and stuff like that. Maybe they anticipated to generate more money for it being a Kojima game and all the hype and stuff like that. So I'm sure that PlayStation probably had no issues, especially if they're getting a piece of the pie.
Or they might not have a did they even have a say so in it? I mean,
Yeah,
they
because I
didn't
know
have
some people are
publisher
running.
rights on
I know.
PC.
Yeah. Maybe. See, that's what's interesting about the Death Stranding case. I know 505 Games is a publisher of the PC version, so I still feel like PlayStation's involved with some decision making. I feel like they would have to be since they own the IP. Don't you
Because they
think?
own the IP.
They own the IP, so I think they would have to be involved in some form or fashion. Whether if they get a cut, obviously we don't have contracts or that type of thing, so we're just making assumptions. But I would just say if PlayStation owned the IP, I feel like they would know about this happening. I don't think it's the type of thing that would be blindsided by them. I feel like they're fully aware of Death Stranding was gonna make it its way to Game Pass if it was gonna happen. So you know what I mean? I don't think this like a blindside them or anything like that.
I think for a lot of people that were upset, because at the end of the day, I mean, it's still Xbox Game Pass for PC, right? I know people try to say, "Well, it's PC Game Pass. It's not. It's not Xbox. It's still Xbox Game Pass for PC, right?" So that's why a lot of people are stickler about it because at the end of the day, when you're looking at that PC Game Pass logo, what's right on top of it is Xbox logos. That's why people are like, "Yo, I can't believe Sony would allow one of their IPs." Even though people say, "Well, MLB the Show, MLB the Show was already power." MLB said put it on all consoles, or
Or
you're taking the
multiplayer.
license away.
Yeah, take the license, go multiplayer or something. Yeah.
Put it. But I think that's why a lot of people are up in arms because at the end of the day, if you're out here console one every day, you're looking at the quote unquote competition getting a game, and even though it's not on the Xbox console, it's still a win because it's pushing the Xbox brand because you don't see PC Game Pass without the Xbox logo. Like they go hand in hand. So I think that's why a lot of people were up in arms about it. But at the end of the day, to me, it's a win. Sony gonna
Yeah.
get a big check. 505 getting a check. Kojima getting a check. Everybody gonna get paid for a game that, let's be honest, who was still buying Death Stranding? Well, nobody buying that game no more. Like whatever sales it was getting is that was done. So if Microsoft come calling with a check, hey, we're gonna drop you 2 or 3 of those things for Death Stranding, you do it. And
Yeah.
it's just on PC, which Sony is proving now to everybody that we've been saying for a long time that PC is not their competitor. They're not competing against PC because they're putting
Mm-hmm.
games on PC. Why would they care about it going on another PC service? All they have to
Yeah.
do is just sign off on it. Easy money.
Yeah. Sounds about right. Sounds right. Um, but yeah. I don't know why people are going crazy about it. It made
Did you
all the
like the
sense
game?
to me. Pardon me?
Did you like it? Death Stranding?
Oh, of course. Well, I really enjoyed it actually. I beat it on PS4 when it launched. Really dope game. It's definitely different. It's something what I needed at the time. I felt I was just talking with you earlier, saying how like gaming has become a little stagnant. This one was so kind of off the wall in terms of ideas, bringing new ideas to the table. That I think was the perfect game at the perfect time for what I needed. You know what I mean? I really enjoyed the experience, and it only got better and better as I played it, as well as the narrative is actually quite amazing in that game. The story is actually
That
really
shit
really
look
good.
boring. That shit look boring,
The
dog.
funny,
I'm sorry.
the funny thing is, yo, you might play the first 2-3 hours and be like, it does start off a little bit slow, but halfway through the game, or not even halfway, but as soon as you start getting like more equipment options and traversing and making the packages, it's actually pretty dope, man. I like the ideas introduced in that in Death Stranding and how people could help each other by the connected worlds and stuff like that, where like someone could make a bridge and people upvoted someone like leave a ladder. Like it was dope shit. It was dope shit. It's dope ideas. And I would actually like to see a sequel to Death Stranding 2 and see where like they would take it, like the type of new improvements and innovation that would come first for a sequel. I'm actually down for another one, so I fuck with
Yeah,
Death Stranding heavy.
Arcade in your chat, Arcade 4247 and PlayStation, the PlayStation Lifestyle website said they had no involvement in Death Stranding release of Game Pass. Release on Game Pass. That's interesting. If
PlayStation
that's
and the
if that's if
PlayStation
that's true.
Lifestyle website had no involvement in. So that must be a 505 thing then. Yeah, that's interesting. Then that's very interesting. If PlayStation didn't know about it, or if it's
And it's
interesting
their
if the
IP
deal,
because
if it's the deal is like, yo, whatever the PC version, we have full creative control. Y'all can't. And damn, if 505 takes 100% of the cut, then that's a good deal that Kojima made then with them boys. Then I guess that's a really good
yeah,
deal.
but we,
Like,
we know Kojima wanted creativity. He wanted some sort of control over this game he made. So it makes sense if he's saying, "Hey, the PC side, we
yeah,
got it."
PC,
Like
we got it. Yeah, yeah. Maybe that's what the deal is, right?
that's
Maybe
a
that's what the
win.
deal is. That's a W, exactly. I want to talk about Embracer Group. We got a couple more topics before you get out of here. A few more. Embracer Group. This, they acquired some more companies and IPs. So Limited Run Games is now owned by Embracer Group. Tuxedo Labs is now owned by Embracer Group. Tripwire Interactive, the creators of Killing Floor, is now owned by Embracer Group. And they also bought the IP rights to The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit.
That's
Embracer
crazy.
Group is going crazy right now with all these acquisitions. It's nuts. What's your take on this? Because
That's
a lot of people definitely be up in arms when Microsoft gets some, but it looks like Embracer Group is sneakily like just taking everything. They're owning everything. They're going crazy right now, bro. Like the Lord of the
somebody
Rings
on Twitter
IP
had a
shocked
pie
me, bro.
chart. Somebody on Twitter had a pie chart, and half the pie chart was Embracer Group as far as the studios go.
Jesus.
And I think the difference between them and Microsoft doing this is that the games are still going to be third party.
Yeah.
I think that's the one big thing. Like, all
Where
right,
and Microsoft Activision deal was like the biggest deal in fucking gaming in general for a single purchase, right? Like it's the biggest deal in
yeah,
gaming history. So that's obviously gonna make a crazy amount of noise. And it's Call of Duty. Once again, Call of Duty is like a lightning strike in a bottle type of success story. You know what I mean? Like we don't see a franchise like that come at all, right? Like no
ever.
one's been able to recreate a Call of Duty. So I guess Microsoft buying that is definitely different situation. But all these little IPs and studios is definitely getting picked up by Embracer Group, man. They got a whole bunch under their belt now.
But truth be told, like when you think about like Tripwire, when we think of Tripwire, we think what was that zombie game they made?
Killing Floor, Killing Floor.
Uh, Killing the Floor. Other than that, like who peeping for Tripwire?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
and,
exactly.
and, and no shade to them, right? Because Killing Floor 2, I know they had a VR game, right?
Yeah.
As well. So not trying to throw shade at them, but like they pick up these little small studios. I'm like, are you really gonna do something with these studios? Because we haven't seen them do anything but like Killing Floor. And if they have, who the hell's heard of it? Because the only thing I think of is Killing Floor 2, and then the VR title, right? So I get that they're buying up studios left and right, but I'm like, and what are you gonna do with it? Like, are you gonna take advantage of those Crystal Dynamic games? Like, are we is the next Tomb Raider game gonna be good or not? That's what I'm saying. Are you gonna have some quality control to tell us you're not gonna give us another Buns Tomb Raider game? Are you gonna bring back Deus? Is it not Deus Ex? I'm tripping. Is it Legacy of Kain? Like they got a bunch of other little games mixed in there from
Yeah.
CD. And my thing is for these bigger studios, you got these bigger titles. Are you going to actually ensure you got quality games going out? Because it's you got such a big umbrella with so many studios you have to manage, right? If you're going to keep buying up studio left and right, eventually you're going to run into a quality assurance problem. Because how are you going to be able to make sure that each one of these studios are pushing out quality content? And the more they keep buying up, the bigger issue they're going to have. I can say the same thing about Microsoft. When you're getting Bethesda and Activision Studios, you own, eventually you're going to run into a quality problem. Um, so I mean, shout out to them. If you want to come buy me, you can. I guess if you got the paper. But at the end of the day, like I'm not sweating it at all. Because at the end of the day, it's not like they're going to buy up a studio and then you're no longer going to be able to play said game on whatever platform you're on, because it's still going to be multi-platform.
Yeah. All right, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
somebody said
yeah.
Embracer Group does own Deus Ex now too. There we go. I
Yo,
thought they owned Deus Ex.
bro, they own they own everything at this point, bro. They really do. They own everything. And
Hey, just do right by Avengers. Do do right by Avengers, and they they giving us more content, so I'm happy.
yeah. All right, moving on. These are some quick topics. Destiny 2 pretty much got a new expansion. I think they had some sort of showcase today. And I think it's called Lightfall. Apparently they're getting like some new classes. I'm not really a big Destiny 2 man like that. I never really got into the franchise heavy like some people have. And I think the big catch this time is also you got a grapple hook. One of the classes or got a grapple hook or some shit like that. So I think that's like one of the big grabs in this Destiny expansion that's coming out in the future.
No
Other
shade,
news,
but
yeah,
I
go
saw
ahead.
more buzz about it going to Fortnite than
Yeah,
anything else.
right. Yeah, we're gonna talk
I
about
don't know what that
Fortnite
says
just now.
about Destiny, but the
Actually, a good
Fortnite thing to me had a bigger buzz.
actually good segue. Fortnite is collabed with Dragon Ball and Toei Animation, make it happen. My boys in the Discord, all they do is play Fortnite nowadays because the game is that dry at the moment. And yeah, they tell me that the character models ain't too amazing like that. But yeah, I guess Fortnite is just the weirdest game in the world at this point. Like it's the only game that you have
It's the
Goku,
biggest game
Dark
in the world.
Vader, fucking Ariana
Bigger than Call of
Grande,
Duty.
Tom Holland, all in
LeBron
one freaking
James.
game, bro. Like shit is crazy, man. Like we got freaking like Venom doing a Kamehameha. I remember I seen a clip like that on Twitter, like Venom doing a Kamehameha. Like this is just the weirdest
What they
sight I've
call the
ever seen, bro.
Comhay. Because people having
Yeah,
struggling to pronounce the Kamehameha, bro.
yeah, you already know
Blowing me, bro.
them people didn't grow up on no Dragon Ball and shit like that. That's why, man. But I guess
This the
it's a cool
biggest
collab
game,
that
bro,
people
in
wanted.
gaming. It's the
Probably
biggest
is, yeah.
game. It,
Probably is.
it, it, it has to be. Like, it's a cultural phenomenon. It's like if you got something that's pop culture, it's gonna
It
end up in
appears in
Fortnite, whether
Fortnite,
it's
bro.
a
Like,
dance,
yeah,
a character. It's crazy.
yeah, yeah.
And that the no
Fortnite
build
doing it big.
mode, the no build mode is what's bringing at people like me. Because bro, I wasn't playing
Yeah,
with them kids building
yeah.
towers, bro. I wasn't gonna do that. But the no build mode, I just installed it for the first time in my life. I just installed it. I'm like, okay, now I got no build mode. I may want to go out and play the
That's what
game
my boys
with
are
some
playing
people now,
too.
bro.
They only jumped on that game back because of the no build mode as well, and they say they're loving it actually because of that. Yeah, so that's pretty cool that Dragon Ball has a collab
Crazy.
with that. Also in Dragon Ball news, we also got I believe it was at Evo that we got news that Dragon Ball Fighter Z is gonna be getting rollback net code. So a lot of people have been asking for this. A lot of people saying the game was slowly dying
You
because
still play that
of the
game?
net code, but apparently it's gonna get a big huge resurgence after this update because a lot of people, still love the game, but it's just that the online was just a little too wonky. So the fact that it's getting rolled back netcode is dope. I want the game to get more seasons. You guys already know I'm a super Dragon Ball Fighters fan. I have over
Oh,
500 hours
didn't
into the
know that.
game. Yeah. 500, maybe it was over 600 hours into that game, bro. So, and
Damn.
that's kind of light for a fighting game, but I played it a lot. I'm spent a lot of time on the game, and I'm excited to jump back on. I actually played it not too long ago. My boy one night had a blast, and I'm glad that it's getting more updates and support. Hopefully, you get some new characters as well too, man.
Is that crossplay?
No, that'd be a good update too if it had crossplay. That would be a good update if they added that shit to the game, but it don't have crossplay as of now.
I mean, it looked good. I'm a Dragon Ball fan. I'm just ass at fighters, bro.
Added fighting games, huh?
I'll admit it, bro. I'm just ass at fighters, bro. I will button mash your ass to death, though.
And the last news that I want to talk before we get out of here is that Elden Ring has crossed another milestone. As of June 2022, it has sold over 16 million copies. So this has become the most successful, I believe, From Software game ever, and that's great to see. Is it at this point? Is it like solidified that Elden Ring is gonna pretty much hold down the game of the year award, or you think God of War is gonna come in put some contention to that? What do you think?
No, man, it's over, bro. That
This
and
is
I
a
said this before.
phenomenon, yo.
If we was getting God of War 2018 for the first time, I'd be like, all right, that's gonna be some issues, bro. But would it been a sequel? And we kind of seen this with Horizon Forbidden West. Like it even scored around the same as the first game. Not saying that's necessarily a bad thing, but I think Elden Ring got it wrapped up, and it's now the number one selling game of the past year or whatever, overtaking Call of Duty, and that's
Yeah, I
big.
think
Call
it's
of Duty been number one
yeah,
for the longest.
yeah.
It's very few times in the last 10 to 15 years that Call of Duty wasn't number one. And this is maybe like the second or third time that Call of Duty was number one. That says a lot for a genre that most people consider niche up until probably up until Elden Ring release. A lot of people consider the Souls genre as niche. Only certain people played that game. But that's I think it's significant, bro. Um, for the genre and moving forward, you're gonna see a lot more Souls games like new, like Lies of P. You're gonna see a lot moving forward just off the back of the success.
they've been copying that shit already. So you think there's gonna be even more Souls like games to jump up because of this?
Yep,
Okay.
100%. And one of them need to be Remnant too. Remnant because
Okay.
Remnant is fire, bro.
Oh,
Just
and
saying.
real quick, we did get some news that PSVR will be launching early 2023. So for the people who thought it was gonna launch holiday season, it's not happening. We would have done heard it by now. I felt like I've said that on a live stream before.
You
It's
copping
launching
that?
early 2022. I'm not too sure. I'm gonna see if I can get PlayStation to send me one, yo. Hopefully they'll send me one, bro.
Hey, listen, I got a
See.
PSVR that's in this box. God damn it, up here, right?
Yeah, I see it.
It's been in that
It's been
box
a
for
bus, bro.
a month.
Bro, the funny thing is I have an Oculus too, and it just sits there, bro. After like the first 2 weeks I got it, it just sits there. That's the thing. I prefer like regular gaming, like regular like
Yep.
monitor TV gaming over the VR shit. It's a cool experience for here and there, but sometimes, yo, I can't even lie, yo. After a long day of work, I don't want to be standing up playing no
I don't
games,
want
bro.
to.
I don't want to stand up.
Like
I
when
want to
I
sit my
got
ass
this
down, bro.
when they came out, it's one of those like people are coming over. Hey, let me show you this.
Yeah,
More
yeah,
so
one of
me
those.
putting it on and
Exactly.
gaming, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess we will go and see what it does, but I will commend PlayStation for sticking with it, yo. Usually,
Yeah,
when the peripheral is not going stupid crazy, like they kind of drop it, but they really committed with this VR shit clearly. So I'm gonna commend PlayStation for at least sticking with it. And that's it,
respect.
man. That's all that I
You're
wanted to talk about today, man. Fame. It was a pleasure having you on.
oh, indeed, man. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you coming on. You know, shout out to the people watching who came through and hit the like button. I appreciate it. We're gonna talk more about the Good Gaming rebrand in a later video that I caught coming up soon. But I wanted to get out and do at least another episode of this before the topics get a little too out of hand. I think we got a decent amount to make a good conversation to have a good conversation. So
The best
shout out
part
to
about your
everyone.
rebrand, bro, is that you
Uh
build
huh.
up a dope ass community, and because you are a creative, people rock with you. No matter you can rebrand this into a hot dog eating contest, they're gonna rock with you, bro, because you good people. And that's one of the good things about you building a dope ass community. So
Yeah,
man, shout
yeah,
out to
yeah,
you, man.
yeah. So we're gonna talk about what's coming next. We're gonna talk what's coming next for your boy as life changes happen. So I appreciate everybody sticking through. The ones that came on, I appreciate that a lot. I appreciate the channel supporters. I believe Arcade just became another channel supporter as well. I got a couple
You're
surprises coming for y'all boys as well. And yo, let's see where we're going from here on out, man. Once again, Fame, thanks for coming, and we're gonna get out of here, guys. Y'all have a blessed night, and we'll see you guys in the next video. All right.